Hey everybody, what is up? It's been a while since I've posted a video on YouTube. Just been busy. Life kind of got in the way. That's okay. Wanted to give a very quick and brief review here of the ProGear squat rack and power cage. So this is from Walmart, but it is also um, nearly identical to the Fitness Reality power cage and squat rack that gets lots of reviews from Amazon. Seeing different people drop lots of weight on that one. This rack here is very similar. Now I'm not going to drop 800 pounds on it. The weight capacity of this is 800 pounds also. So again, very similar, nearly identical. 2x2 posts. I don't remember what gauge steel. I want to say 12 or 14. I don't remember offhand. 1-inch holes, and I think the spacing is every 3 inches. You can kind of see in here already the holes are only on 2 sides, not 4 sides. Not a big deal. I've never run into a scenario where I've wanted them on all 4 sides, but I know that is popular on other brands of racks and things like that. I've got the pull-up bar on the top there mounted on the undermount version because obviously I've got low ceilings here in my basement. I think my ceilings they're only 8 feet, about 84 inches from the concrete floor to the floor joists, and then even shorter because I've got this drop ceiling in here. The J hooks that come with this thing are trash. I mean, they serve their purpose, but they're terrible. I would highly recommend that being one of the very first things that you upgrade, if not the very first thing. A couple additions that I added, you can see I got some colored magnets on there. Those are for the purpose of just marking out where I use different J-cups that I do have. You can see I've got some there for bench. One's up above for where I keep it for squats. And then I'll probably mark a couple other things that I like to use on here too. But weight horns at the bottom there too provides much more stability. So this thing is pretty stable as it is. It will, if you really threw weight back or forward on it, it's definitely not going to tip over on you, but it will rock back and forth a little bit, and it'll move. But you throw any amount of weight on these weight horns at all, and it becomes pretty stable and pretty solid. You can see 2 steel safety bar catches there on each side. Those come with it, and then, like I said, the 2 J cups that come with it. It's these right here, and these things, like I said, they're just pretty terrible. They're small. You can see, obviously, for about the couple of days that I did use them, a lot of the paint came right off of there. On the holes, you can see here, it's every 3rd hole. There's a slight little notch in here. There's the next one there. So if you don't have, magnets or colored magnets or some way to mark them, if you don't want to write on here, which I don't blame you, you do have the option there to at least use those little notches in there as some sort of reminder as to where you were beforehand. But all in all, I've had this for probably about 6 weeks now. I work out in my basement probably 4 to 6 times a week. I use this for a lot of different things: rack pulls, bench, incline bench, squats, drag curls, a lot of things that you would use just a normal cage for, obviously. So I'm short. I'm a staggering 5'5" on a good day. So even having the pull-up bar down like that, it's just high enough for me that basically I can hang from it. I can't stand up and just be hanging, but I can hang from it, put my feet up in the air, and I can still do pull-ups that way. And basically I know once I get my chin up to the bar or my head hits the drop ceiling there, either way I know I've completed a pretty much a full range pull-up. So you can do just about anything on here that you would do on any other rack. Prior to this, I had just a kind of a 2-post, if you will, squat rack sort of thing. Wanted the cage for not only safety purposes, but just to be able to do more things on here. And this definitely accomplished it. At the time that I bought it, I paid $200 from Walmart. I think it's a little higher than that now. I think actually when I looked earlier, it might have been sold out, but it was listed around 265. Um, but yeah, there's lots of different accessories that you can buy for this. All the fitness reality stuff fits for this. On Amazon, the Yes for All brand, which is what those weight horns are. Those are 2x2 accessories, and same thing, those fit on there. The only thing you might be able to do, I don't have it. You can see I've got a landmine there on the floor in a couple of 45-pound plates. I think you can fit the fitness reality landmine in here underneath excuse me, underneath the cross beam that goes on the floor. I think if you lift it up one side and slid that under there, I do think it fits. I don't have that. I don't have any need for it because I've got the post landmine there, but it's definitely a nice option to have. This ProGear rack, it also comes with I'm sorry, it doesn't come with, but you can purchase separately a lat pull down attachment for it. I would love to have that. Unfortunately, like I said, my ceilings are too low. I could fit it in between the floor joists, but unfortunately you need the pull-up bar in the tall position in order for the lat pull down to connect and work properly for it also. So that's about the only downside for me. Again, nothing to do with the rack. It's more so an issue with just, like I said, the height of my basement floors. So, but that's okay. I mean, I'm doing just fine without it. You can see that pulley that I've got hanging from that pull-up bar there as well. That's one of those just not necessarily DIY pulleys. I bought a little kit off of Amazon, but it came with a short straight bar, tricep rope, couple of handles, and it actually works really well. I enjoy using that, but I do see myself upgrading to some sort of other lat pull excuse me, lat pull down or cable system in the future. But all in all, if you're looking for a good inexpensive rack that will, get you where you want to go and do all the things that you need it to do, I would highly recommend this. I'm not a crazy lifter by any means. I do a lot of just basic movements. But I've squatted I think 365 pounds is what I had on here, and it handled it without issue. So didn't move, didn't rock back and forth. And by my bar that I've got on here is nothing special by any means. And so all of this equipment here is more than able to handle it. So like I said, if you're looking for an inexpensive rack, I think it took me maybe an hour or so to put this thing together. In all, came packaged really well, no scratches or anything like that on the paint. It wasn't the easiest thing to put together for me, again, but that's mostly attributed to having low ceilings. They tell you to basically lay it on the floor and then stand it up. I just couldn't do that again because of my low ceilings. And I think at one point you have to attach the pull-up bar to one side, stand it up, and then kind of attach the other side. And that was definitely entertaining. If there was anybody in here that was watching me, that would have been entertaining to watch trying to do that. But yeah, other than that, the assembly is pretty straightforward. Do everything loose and then just tighten it up once you've got everything standing. And it's definitely solid. Like I said, I would definitely recommend this to anybody that's looking to upgrade from something that's maybe pretty basic or kind of cheap and you've maybe outgrown and you're looking for something different, but you don't want to go spend a few $1,000s. This is definitely the way to go. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Thanks, guys. I'll be sure to post more stuff. I've got other stuff here too that I want to review in the future. Titan stuff there, Titan bench here, that kind of stuff. So feel free to ask questions. Thanks.